The Volquest 2-minute drill is brought to you by Craven Wings.
Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price on this Wednesday, Craven Wings 2-minute drill. Don't forget the Wing Ding Wednesdays. That's in-store only, 79-cent wings, in-store only. Brent, heard from Mike Ekeler. Excited for the special teams unit this year. Loves the fact he's got both of his specialists back. I think he feels like he's got a lot of options with the returners. And he loves his Leos.
Yeah, he does. I mean, Mike Ekeler likes a lot of things, right? I mean, he loves being in Tennessee. He loves coaching football. He's an upbeat, excited guy. He does have more weapons to work with in terms of bodies on special teams. Probably not going to see as many starters as you have in the past. And that's a credit to the growth of this roster. They really like to use the special teams part of the game to help develop players. You saw Christian Charles a year ago. Special teams emerging. We're talking about Tamarian McDonald starting at the star. Josh Heupel admitted special teams was the place where he gained his confidence to win that job. So you see a lot of that with the young guys. In terms of returners, Velus Jones going to be really hard to replace. And I know they've got some weapons and some guys back there they want to look at and they feel like they can be effective. It's going to be hard to replace what Velus Jones did, especially in the punt return game. He was so dynamic a year ago returning punts. But Jimmy Holiday, Trey Flowers, D. Williams, maybe Dylan Sampson in the kickoff return game. Some options there. Be curious to see what they look like.
I'm interested to see what they do with the punt returner, just based off, do they go the more risky route or do they go the safe, we're going to catch the ball and see what we can get?
And I asked that question specifically to Mike Ekeler. How do you find that balance? Because Trayvon Flowers has caught a lot of footballs. He's fielded punts. He was the guy that they put in back deep, a lot of times when it was going to be backed up just for that comfort level there. He said that they work so hard at guys fielding punts in the offseason that they're comfortable with everybody. They want both. They want a guy who can strike up the band. They want a guy who's going to catch it. They believe they've got those guys. We'll see. Conventional wisdom says they probably go a little bit the safe route early, and we'll see if a younger guy develops as they move forward.
No fart in the skillet this year. He did bust on you and I for both using the word comfortable in back-to-back questions. He said everybody needs to watch out on the lake next summer since he had neck surgery and wasn't able to water ski this year. Paxton Brooks is back healthy and was a real weapon 2 years ago on kickoffs. Was not the case last year, only punted. How big is that to have him back as an option to kick off?
Well, I think it's big. I mean, and that's not to say Toby Wilson didn't do a good job, but there were times they gave up some yards when Toby Wilson didn't get one all the way to the end zone. Paxton Brooks got better hang time on his kickoffs. He could directionally put it in places a little bit better. He's got a bigger leg. Look, Paxton Brooks wants to be a kickoff, the kickoff guy. He wants to be the punt guy. I think it's a great weapon. I mean, there's some good punters in this league. It's hard for me to say that there's many better than Paxton Brooks. When you look at the punt return yardage they gave up last year and how few it was compared to everybody else, it's a great luxury. With McGrath, I think the question remains, can he make that clutch deep kick? Can he make a 40-plus yarder, when it counts? He was okay last year. I don't think he was great. Missed a big kick at Kentucky that was a potential game changer late in that game. So you still want to see him be a little bit more consistent, I think, overall. But look, it's like returning a quarterback. If you don't have to worry about it, it's a nice luxury to have.
And don't forget those wings over at Craven Wings every Wednesday, 79 cents. We'll start talking to the ownership, see if we can get the new sauce to be called the 50 and Hubbard. It'll be straight hot sauce and butter.
When you're craving wings, it's got to be Craven Wings. Online at cravenwings.com.